Hi everyone, this is Deanna the Organized Miss, and I have collected another batch of envelopes. These aren't all, I have more over here. But I'm thinking, what am I going to do with these? Um, so that is my challenge process, next project that I'm going to do with envelopes. So I'm just turn on the camera and I'm going to talk through it as I get there. I think this is what I'm going to do with it. Right now I have these clips. They're pretty heavy, helping to just like make them not bulky. I can't think of my word. But what I did was just fold the envelopes in half, and I have some going up, some going down, so that the thickest part here wasn't all on one end, because I did that to begin with and I realized that was not the best option. And so I have never done, I don't think, I say never, where you bind them like one to the next one. And I think that's how I want to try with these. So that's it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use some tape. Let's see. I don't know if it matters what kind of tape. I could use, well, you know what? My trusty masking tape. I thought about the duct tape over there. I don't think washi's quite what I want. But I'm going to use this to be my bind. Now, you know something I could do? I could take the extra step, and I do have all of these things. Pull them all out in a pile over there. Now, I can't remember what project I was working on that I had cut these off. It is now more than 24 hours later, and I had to stop the video because I was getting a phone call that my mom was being sent to the hospital. So she is, she's there now. She'll probably be there for a couple days, but they've dealt with the urgent issue at hand. So I'm I'm needing to craft more than ever, because while I was in the emergency room with her, I had a panic attack. I guess that's what we're calling it. I have this weird experience where I feel like my hands and my arms from my shoulders down just go heavy like lead weights. It's just such a very disturbing feeling. I don't know. Anyway, it happened twice while I was sitting in the ER with her. So I thought, I need to get this looked at. So once they transferred her to another hospital, which is an hour away, and I got her set up and everything, and that was like, I don't know, 2:00 in the morning. I left and went to the hospital, completely different ER, just to make sure everything was fine. I mean, I was pretty sure it was, panic, anxiety, something. And indeed, that is what it is. They checked my heart, took my blood, did all the things. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm just under a lot of stress. In fact, when I was explaining everything to the doctor, they were like, "Oh, you're under a lot of stress." So I was like, "Yeah, I know." So I need this, my craft time, desperately. Where I was at, all that to say, what I was going to do with those envelopes was create the next kind of envelope journal. But I have multiple little projects going right now because my ADD and everything, it's not letting me just focus on one project at a time. Is it just me? Tell me that I'm not the only one. Thought about maybe doing some duct tape, but this will be good. Let's see, what's the best way to do? So, yeah, I have a couple different journal ideas, and I just don't know which one I want to use. So I do want to be journaling, not just making one, but I figured I'd just make them and see which one speaks to me. And let's see. I guess, do I cut that off? Kind of, if I can fold it, why not? Just going to give extra strength, right? But this one needs to be cut. So I'll probably just do a couple of these on camera here, and then come back after I've got it all together. So let's see. There we go, one. So then I will just do that with all of these. Now they're not all exactly the same size, and that's okay, because I could move it here, here. They don't all have to be centered, I suppose. But we will just see how it turns out, right? And what's the worst that can happen? I hate it and I throw it away because it is a junk journal after all. It's really low stakes, especially when you're using, you know, junk mail envelopes like this. I'm just gonna, I have no idea how I'm gonna decorate them. If I'll use, yeah, paint or tape or paper, or, you know. Let's see. So this is the challenge here. I think I should just cut it the rest of the way. What do we think? See, I'm just experimenting as we go. I have no idea what I'm actually doing here. Except for I know that I'm... Okay, there we go. We're just going to keep on doing this till it gets done. Okay. I think that I feel okay about that. I mean, this didn't end up perfect, but that's okay, because I'm going to put something over it anyway, right? So let's try to... I'm not really sure what I could have done with envelopes and masking tape to make it try to end up perfect, because that's not a thing. No such thing as perfect, right? I found this at a fun little arts and crafts thrift store that I went to this weekend, and I was going to see what it is. This is collage paper. Oh yeah, it's pretty thin. Oh yeah, it's like tissue. Okay. Well, I don't know that I want to use that right now on there, but now we know what it is. My first thought was maybe to put some paper on the front and back, like a, you know, like a cover. But I really like seeing this, so maybe this is pretty thin. We could put it in such a way that you still see that. Okay, I'm not opposed to that. Let's see, what else could we do? Kind of want to put something thicker there. Yeah. I do have some of this cardstock. But it would cover that, and that defeats the purpose. So I think this will be the solution. So I think I want to glue that. I left, you know, most of these as they were because I wasn't sure if I wanted to go ahead like open them up, which maybe I will do for this one. Let's just see. Because this one in here, I liked that. And if I want to do that here, which I think maybe I do, so let's just go ahead and make it look like an envelope there. All right, an envelope lid. There we go. And what are we gonna do? I'm not really sure yet. I think it would be fun to collage this first, and then want to bring it on over. How's that? Okay. So I think if I want to do it this way, then I can take the excess off later, right? Let's just see what we can accomplish here with this. This purple will dry clear. I can add some washi or something there, maybe. I don't know why I didn't think. Let's just see. I probably could have left a little more on there and wrapped it around, but here's where we are now, right? Okay. I feel like I need to add the spine later. I have to do this the most difficult way. We will likely just cover this whole page at some point. But for now, let's just get that on there. What are we going to do with this piece? I think we'll just cut it off. Yeah. Now we can add whatever we want our spine to be later. Okay, let's put something on here then. Well, that works out pretty good, doesn't it? And we just kind of keep on collaging in here. I think what we can do first is maybe distress that a little bit, right? Because I don't know yet what we're gonna do inside there. And I was just thinking I may get all the way through all this and decide to just cut the top off and leave it open on the top, but we'll just see. Okay, that's not necessary. And this doesn't have to be perfect. This is literally going to be the inside that luckily only I will see, right? There we go. And I will decide about sealing that later. Okay. So that means I still do want to do something there. What? I don't know. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to add some kind of washi or something there, right? Let's see. Not loving any of these colors with this. Maybe. Okay, yeah, I like this color. Might be a little wide, but I don't hate that. We'll figure it out. Okay. So let's see, somehow we've got to take this off, right? And take okay, that's pretty good. That gets a little more security. This, I'm gonna set it there. All right. And while I'm at it, maybe I'll just add some of that there. Just to, you know, this kind of conceal that shininess there. Is this what I just used? Yeah. All right. This should make me feel happy with what we got going on here. And you're kidding me, I still got a little there. Well, that is gonna have to just be good enough, right? There we go. We can still see that it says, please recycle when you have finished with this letter, please recycle. Okay, I feel good about it. Okay, this will be the front of our journal. Oh, gracious. What am I going to use this journal for? I don't know. But since there's a pocket there and we can see something back there, maybe we put something in there. What do you think? Something, of course, we're already kind of covering that up, which, yeah, it's fine. Totally fine. Fine. Let's go back to this. Yes, this is okay. Where are we gonna cut that off at? Okay, now I'm not loving this part there. What can I do about it? Anything? I think we're gonna glue down enough there that just gonna have to live with it. Yep, gonna have to live with it. That's all right. Or I just put it on the outside and I don't worry about what's on the inside. What do we think about that? I can still put something in there. You just don't see it. Okay. I mean, is that really going to bother me that much? Well, even though I still have to do that. Yep, let's just do that. Get over it. It's going to be a pocket anyway. Okay, I still want to, you know, cover that part. So do I want to, this is where I get a decision. Do I want to keep with my masking tape here? Or do I want to put something else there? You know, I do have all these little pieces of brown paper that especially if we are going to cover that up, right? Okay, let's do it. Let's just give ourselves a little, I don't know what to call this. I mean, it's a hinge when you're hinging pages together with it. Here, I just feel like it's, you know, covering the valley there. Is that a little too tall there? Well, and it doesn't look like it's gonna stick. Okay. I do need to just take a little of that off. It's a little better. Okay, now let me put this here. That should rectify that, right? Okay. Now, am I going to need a heavier glue? And it's possible. So, I got that, but let's go ahead and use this first of all. Okay. Really like these for holding the corners down while they dry. All right, let's go ahead. Then that dries pretty quickly, so, but I do want to put some more under there. See that? Kind of weird working on this kind of awkward spine. There, let's do that. Okay. Well, we'll have to find something to go into that pocket, but that may have to be the next time we sit down. But I'm okay. I'm okay. I like that we see that. I think something will definitely need to go here on the front. I'm not sure what that'll be yet. And of course, now I wonder if I need to use this same paper back here, probably, likely. What if I just put that there? do that. Let's just do that right now while we're thinking about it, right? Now I may have to go ahead and cut a little bit more of that off. Yeah. Go ahead and take the rest of that down. Okay. Oh goodness. Uh-oh. That was not intentional. But hopefully I didn't take too much off there. Okay. All right, it's not too bad. Okay, so what I think I want to do is ink the edges, right? Here. All right. And okay. Still didn't want to use this glue here. Okay. Now I do think I am going to put this over that because it is going to just look good with it, right? So my next question is, yes, I go ahead and go the rest of the way. I will decide when I get to that page if I want to leave the flap open or not. But for this one, I'm not going to because I think I want to wrap that around, right? Just a little bit. Like a present, right? And then I can have can I cut this with that? Will that cut? Why? Yes it does. Okay. I decide that I want to keep this for something else. I want to layer this somewhere. I want to make sure it actually gets used. So let's just set that there. Okay. All right, yeah, there's still plenty. Still plenty. Okay. Okay, so it pretty much is going to have to go all the way to there. But is there enough to wrap around? Yes. Okay, so let's do that. Do I have one that's not purple? We'll use this one. That's scented. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see what's the way to do that. Okay. Oh, should have glued that down first, but here we are. All right. Only thing that's a little fiddly because of the there we go. There. And so then we need something on the inside. Well, let's go back to this one. I mean, I could do the other one of that, right? And then they just look like they match on purpose. Okay, sure, why not? Why not? So my thoughts, though, are I still want to put one of these as a little thing to go in the ditch. I don't know what this is called. What do we call this? The thing that goes to support where the fold is. Feels like it should have an official name. I don't know what that is, though. Okay. Don't know what it is, so we want that to be okay. Let's, because then we will, I still have to make a decision at some point. How about we just glue down the one side and we will worry about that one when we get to it. That's a great idea. No reason why we have to glue it down now. Feels like it's not quite over far enough. There we go. There. Okay. Okay. And this one, what were we gonna do? Okay. Feels like this might be a little tall. Look at that. We are just going to eyeball it. Because there's no rules in junk journaling, right? There's no rules. We can do whatever we want. We can make it as perfect or imperfect as we want. All right. Now, should have I done these edges? Well, I want to now, so. I can always go back and do the other ones, you know. That feels good. All right, that feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. Okay, there we go. We have our front and our back cover. I do want to go ahead and like distress those edges a little bit because, you know, this is a junk journal. Let's make it look a little junky. All right. Okay. How does this one look in comparison? Oh yeah, we can do a little more. We can distress it a little bit more, can't we? Perfect. Okay. I think we're at a place where I can try to clean up a little and then kind of see where we're at. Besides, you know, a tornado mess. Yeah, I do want to. I kind of do. Yeah, I kind of do think I want to put it here, right? Even if I'm going to put a tag somewhere. I don't know. Maybe we'll come back to that. Okay, I feel pretty good about this. Gonna stick up my scraps here for the next round of crafting, whenever that will. Feel pretty good about it. I've gotten all the envelopes hinged together, so now they're ready to be decorated. I've got the cover. I've made it pockets, so I have, you know, room to put something in there. I'm not sure. Oh, maybe I will put a closure of some kind. I don't know. Gonna have to think about that. Maybe I have the closure here and it wraps around. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay, so the front and back cover are on, and that's it. That's all I've got. And I will make decisions as I go about where I will put, you know, more pockets like this in here. or if I will leave them, you know, closed, like this. So, thanks for letting me start the next junk journal with you, next envelope journal. I've got a couple more in the works, so expect videos on other types of journals soon, because I will, you know, I'll plan this as I go. I will, you know, do a page here or there. And as I do, I will make videos and I will put them up for you. So thanks for joining me as I play along with my envelope junk journal. Have a good day. Bye-bye.